to get together with you and have our chat with crystals.
I just love talking about crystals. Anybody that'll sit here and talk to me about crystals, I will talk all day long. I tell you, I remember when I first got into the crystals, and all my nieces were young. They're in their 30s now. And I used to have different ones like in my bra and in my pockets, in my purse and stuff. And I would get them out and I would teach each one of them. And they were like so amazed. And I was like really immersed because you're going through all that training and you're so amazed. Well, that amazement has not left me. I'm still amazed.
Right? Me too. Me too. It's just and talk about, when a person is so into crystals, talk about it raising the vibration, right? It just talking about it. I mean, not only are we, surrounded by them, but the energy, but just even talking about them just I think really raises our vibration too, which is really beautiful. Well, let's say hi to you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Annie, thank you for being here. I and thank you for the congratulations. I was telling Jean I had no idea. So I think thank you. Lisa Davies, hello. Fogo Pogo, hello. Mary Starshine and Scott. I was just talking about your kindness on Sunday and the surprise. Jackie, oh my gosh, hello. Craig Dixon. I hope I didn't miss anybody. Mary, Mary, hello. And so, and user IZ9W4X XS5J, hello. Thank you guys. Thank you for being here. And Selma, hello. So Gina,
How many, I want to know how many people in the chat are crystal lovers or have a crystal or two that they're really curious about, that they like what they look like, and they want to know a little bit more about how to use our crystals or how useful they are, or how what we could use them for. Um, it's 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 really just amazing. It's really one of the things that I am so grateful that I've had the opportunity to get to know, to learn about, to work in healing. And I remember way back when I first learned Reiki, my Reiki teacher would have these huge crystals underneath of the Reiki table. And I would say, "What's that?" And he'd say, "Oh, don't worry about it." They were healing crystals. Like, they were helping him. They were big, but you don't have to have them big. You can have them very, very, very small, and they still have the same amount of power, no matter how big or how small it is. But it was I knew then. I was like attracted, or could feel or sense that there was something about them, and that's where it all started.
same. I took a few crystal classes, and it's kind of like, you've seen those bumper stickers, this car will pull over for garage sales. I Well, that's me too, but for crystal shops too. And I could spend hours just, you know going in, looking at them, holding them, and just, connecting with the energy of them. I absolutely love them. So Jean and I are going to be talking about tips for working with crystals in 2026. And I think one of the main tips in just kind of going forward and working with whatever crystal you're drawing to for 2026 is intentions. Putting your intentions into the crystals. And Jean and I are going to go over specific crystals that are going to be good to help manifest. And I was going to just start out a little bit, and I hope you guys will resonate with this, because I kind of was looking at my some of my intentions and the things that I want to manifest for 2026. And so what I'm going to do is just kind of go over a few things, and I hope this will resonate with some of you. One of the things is happiness. I would like more happiness in my 2026. And it's also, if a person's feeling, if you feeling sadness in the winter, depression in the winter, um, citrine is fabulous. Sunstone, rose quartz, and carnelian are fabulous for helping to boost your happiness. And not only for 2026, but for always. Travel. If you want to manifest travel, the I got two crystals, and I hope I'm going to pronounce it right. It's called Cerussite. That's how you pronounce it. Cerussite. It's Serussite. And it helps with business or pleasure travel and helps reduce jet lag. And it helps you to adjust to different cultures if you're especially internationally. And also yellow jasper, black tourmaline for grounding, and turquoise. Sleep and dream support, amethyst, moonstone, celestite, and labradorite. And labradorite for lucid dreaming and spiritual insight, and celestite for gentle angelic sleeping, and moonstone for dream recall and intuitive dreams, and amethyst for just a peaceful sleep and calming thoughts. Connecting with nature and earth energy, moss agate for deep connection to nature, grounding, and balance. Tree agate for earth wisdom, peace, and stability. And jasper, they said any kind of jasper to connect you with Gaia and grounding and nurturing. If you want to simplify your life and your surroundings and just to help let go, smoky quartz is fabulous. It helps release clutter and helps you ground too. Selenite to clear stagnant energy and bring clarity. And fluorite to help with organization and focus on even just simplifying our thoughts. And this one, this one typically is I think probably on most people's site. I know it is mine. Losing weight or just helping get motivated. Carnelian is a great crystal for helping us get motivated, and it helps with discipline, and it helps bring in healthy habits, which is a fabulous crystal to have. And actually, I wear it on my little pinky. And then appetite, which is kind of ironic, right? It's right there in the name, and it supports our appetite and self-control. And sunstone, it lifts our spirits. It lifts our spirits, especially if we're emotionally eating. And tiger's eye gives us willpower, confidence, and consistency. Okay, I still have a few more. Are we doing good?
Yeah. Yep. And I think that it's amazing because as you're listing them, I'm going over in my mind which ones I currently have and which ones that I really gravitate to. And those dreaming ones, I was very much about that. But the dreaming ones could also be psychic. It's anything like, out of the consciousness and in the creativity. And I love them. And yeah. So I'm going through and taking note. I have moonstone, I have sunstone, I have like all of these. I'm like, okay, I have that one. I don't have that one.
Yeah, and just great to work with them, especially when if you are trying to manifest that into your life, just to be able to, this is just really kind of a simple form. And I'm sure there's other crystals too that maybe you guys in chat and out there are using, along with these too, and share in the comments if you've got other ideas that you're using too. If you're thinking about like wanting to move, you want a new home, selling your home, citrine attracts opportunities and it helps with smooth transaction and abundance. Green aventurine helps with luck, new beginnings, positive outcomes, and pyrite for action, energy, manifestation, and success. And clear quartz, really clear quartz should, I think it should be part of every manifestation because it's such a huge amplifier. And then just also, I was just throwing this in for fun that if you really are trying to sell your home or if you want to move, putting Saint Joseph, but you can buy a statue of Saint Joseph, you can wrap him in a cloth, and you bury him upside down facing your home, and then it usually comes with like a little prayer that you can say. And then when your house sells, you dig them up, you thank them, and then you bring them to your new
Oh,
location.
wow.
And I've done that. For every house we have sold, I have
Wow.
done. I have
Wow,
done,
that's a testament for sure.
and
Wow.
it does. It really helps.
Oh, and Fogo Pogo says you can use the metal also. Well, that's good to know.
Oh, I like that. I didn't know that. Thank you, Kelly, for sharing that. It's just those little tips that, if somebody doesn't have the statue but has the metal, just to go ahead and bury that too. Let's see. Oh, this one I think I should go over because just the way the world is and finances and whatnot. Crystals to help manifest paying off debt and financial freedom. And citrine again, and Jean's going to be talking to us about citrine. Um, it helps shift scarcity and it helps for attracting income, bonuses, and opportunities. It's great for your wallet, purse, and workspace. And pyrite, it is known as the stone of action. It helps you take empowered action towards debt reduction. So place on your desk or near your bills. And green aventurine, opportunity, luck, brings in new opportunities, financial growth, and supports wise decision making around money, which is great. So, if you're out and about, or if you have to go sign paperwork, or carry it when you're making financial decisions. And again, clear quartz, it strengthens money intentions and financial goals to help keep focus and clarity around being debt free. And so you want to program it and say, I am debt free. In Tiger's Eye, it helps resist impulsive spending, which is beautiful. And it strengthens personal power around finances. And so they carry it if you are shopping or if you're working on your budget for the week, for the month, for the year. Tiger's Eye is, I need to get some Tiger's Eye. I was really attracted to Tiger's Eye when I was a child. And so I had Tiger's Eye when I was a child, but where it went, I need to get some more Tiger's Eye. And just a few more to help us with our debt and income. Jade, associated with long-term wealth and stability, and it encourages wise financial habits. And the reason I'm going over so many is this way. I mean, if you have some of them, you don't need to have all of them, but if you have some of them, you can correlate that in. Smoky quartz helps release fear, guilt, shame around money, and it helps ground anxiety and overwhelm around debt. And black tourmaline protects from negative money patterns and supports strong energetic boundaries around spending. And so I like this. You can bundle together citrine, pyrite, and smoky quartz and clear quartz. And then you can either write on paper or you can use the affirmation, I release debt with ease and I welcome financial freedom. and it's pretty much the same. Because then I thought, what if people are looking like for a new job or career, that for 2026, and by doing some research, it's pretty much the same crystals, as it is for paying off debt and whatnot. So just keep that in mind if you're looking for a job or a new career. But I did bundle some together to help, and citrine, pyrite, green aventurine, and clear quartz. And then the little affirmation is, I'm aligned with a career that supports my success, joy, and growth.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. So you take the floor.
Well, it's really hard to top all that, Kelly. That was so much information, such really good suggestions, very easy to find gemstones and gems and stones and crystals. And I like what Annie Bear said, that she liked the stones, and it's interchangeable when we talk about these things. Some of them are a stone, and some of them are a crystal, but they're stones and crystals, and they're just all one to me. And I use the term interchangeably, so just so everybody knows. And I also like at Lisa at 2:04, which is 11:04. She said she wanted to talk about red crystals, and she said she felt the need to get a red crystal. Lisa Davies at 11:04. And Lisa, I resonate with that. And the carnelian that Kelly was holding on her pinky, that is a red stone, and this is your root chakra. So remember that you need grounding, you need stability, you need that foundational balance as well, and work on your root chakra. And there's also garnet is an amazing, and I don't have all my things here, I just brought some things, but garnet is really good, and carnelian is really good. And you can get the deep dark, the jaspers that I have a beautiful jasper, and I'm not going to jump up and run and get all my stones again. I want to. I really want to. I want them all to come out and play. But next time I'm going to get a wheeling cart. I'm just going to wheel them out and wheel them back, because there's just too many to disrupt. But that's just some suggestions for you, Lisa. And I just wanted to make that understanding of why you feel the need to get a red one. And perhaps, I often associate it to the energetic qualities or needs, or correlation to our auric field and our chakras. It's really, and I went through a while of a time where I needed my red crystals on my wrist, every single, like I have my stones here, my bracelets and stuff. And I used to wear them like all the way up my arm and stuff. So I would always have that dark red, deep red, and I would buy them all the time. Like I couldn't get enough of them. And I think that when you wear crystals, don't you feel, some people, I've heard that they do fatigue, that you need to take them off and like recharge them, and before you put them back on, instead of like, if I used to wear this one crystal every day all the time, and my one friend said, "Oh, what is that you're wearing?" And I said, "Oh, this is a rose quartz or something." And she said, "You have to give it, you have to let it rest. It's tired. Like you've used it, and it needs to recharge." And I never thought of it. I thought it would work and it does work, but it just doesn't get as potent. What do you think, Kelly? Do you?
I agree. I agree, and it's a great reminder, because I myself tend to forget to do that. And how do you have tips on how you charge your crystals?
I usually set them out in moonlight, set them in a bowl of salt or a selenite plate.
Yeah.
And you can use sound. I use a singing bowl or
Yep.
a tuning fork and or smoke. You can sage, and there's just any way you would clear or cleanse anything is the way you would do it. Just be careful with the water, because some of them are water soluble. You don't want them to disappear.
Yes. And Annie, let us know what the orange kyanite, what the healing properties and benefits of that. I would love to know. I'm sure Jean would too, and everybody else too.
Mm-hmm. And Fogo Pogo said she enjoyed, one of her favorite things is a crystal bath. Her teacher has a copper pyramid. And I'm telling you, Fogo Pogo, I asked my husband to build me one. I've wanted one so bad. I'm like, I need a crystal pyramid. And he's like, get one of the little 3-inch ones. I'm like, no, I need to sit in it. He's like, woman, you're crazy. You're not getting, you're not. I said, just go and get copper pipes. Go and get copper pipes and you can fit it together. He's like, I'm not doing that. So, but that copper pyramid, I have wanted one for so long. And if I sat and meditated in that copper pyramid, I don't think he would have stuck around very long. Maybe now he would. Maybe he would entertain it now. So she said she goes and lays in it with selenite, tourmaline, and other crystals. Wow.
That's amazing. Oh my gosh. I want to come with you, Hallie. Oh my gosh. That sounds absolutely beautiful.
It really does. I do have copper items, and copper bracelet or copper, wrapped stones, but I don't have, I don't think I have a little 3-inch one. I think I thought about getting one. So what did Craig say?
The crystals would tell the healer, medicine man or woman, to see your alignments and how to heal them. I love that. I like vibing with my black moonstone, but unsure why. I don't have black moonstone, and I would love to know more about black moonstone. I have my moonstone ring, but that has got my spiky senses up. I would like to know more about black moonstone.
I think it would be wonderful for scrying. Does everybody know what scrying is? And leave it to me to throw something in that we haven't talked about. But scrying into your crystals or it's often done with a bowl of water or a mirror. You can scry into many different things, but that black moonstone sounds like something that would really be very informational and a good way to connect to spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Selma, she has a precious stones and opal.
I was showing Jean backstage that when I went to Minnesota in December for to see my mom for Christmas, she gave me an early Christmas present, and it's black obsidian and opal bracelet.
Kelly, can you make yourself bigger and I'll tell them what the black obsidian. So black obsidian is powerful for grounding, protection, purification, and it acts as a shield against negativity, psychic attacks, and emotional harm, while also promoting deep self-awareness, transformation, and revealing inner truths. That's black obsidian. Can you believe that, you guys? I'm telling you. And I use that for my ceremony work. Now, for the opal part of the bracelet, it focuses on emotional balance. So that's for you too, Selma. And creativity, intuition, believed to calm the mind. I mean, my goodness, right? I would like bathe in it. It releases negativity and enhance personal growth by amplifying inner qualities. They're endless, you guys, honestly. And I was showing Kelly, I said, oop.
What did I do here? There we go. Sorry.
So, this is a physical dense object, right? This is a 3D object. and yet it has a energetic quality. There is energy that it also has, and contains and emits. And it also, I'm finding green kyanite, rose quartz, and orca agate to be really helpful while doing shadow work. Wow,
I love
that's
that.
wonderful. So, but the energetic quality that is in this, the healing energetic quality that is in any crystal stone is what helps our energetic. We are made of dense, physical matter, but we are also made of energy. And it's this healing energy that heals our energy. And it's amazing. It is amazing. Within 10 minutes, you can shift. You can absolutely change the severity of the emotional distress if you're feeling it, or of whatever the ailment is that you're trying to remedy with a crystal. It doesn't take very long, but it's very subtle. Because I think I told everybody the story about when I gave my sister a piece of labradorite, and she had a customer that was really like a Karen kind of customer, like was just really being obnoxious and complaining and demanding. And my sister was like very upset, and she was like, I don't know what to do. This woman is just, going off the handle. And I gave her this and told her to put it in her pocket. And so she went back in and she was continuing with the customer, and she was with the customer a little while. And then she took another break and walked out, and she came out and looked at me and she goes, what did you do? I said, what do you mean? She said, that customer has been still yelling at me and complaining. She said, but it's not affecting me. She said, I feel like I understand her and I can deal with it. Like doesn't change the problem. It changes your energy towards it and reduces that emotional charge or that reaction, or that, you know, it helps us to maintain that balance. And that's what it does. Everything with that, whatever ailment we have, it helps to balance that ailment with some energetic quality that helps us to utilize whatever energy we need in order to manifest all of those things that Kelly had listed on her list. It's if you have fear around debt or bills or something, it helps us to feel better and to be able to be calmer and be a little bit more focused on how to maintain a healthy flow in our cash flow and things like that. It doesn't take the problem away. It helps us to deal with it. It helps to regulate our own energy. And really, a lot of times I say that we're standing in our own way. Sometimes people are saying, well, why can't I find a husband? And you sometimes you don't feel like you're worthy, or you don't feel, or you're afraid that the last relationship is going to be like it's really to help to get us to step out of our own way and to allow that natural flow of that natural evolution, or the natural occurrence and experience to occur. Oh, yes. And orange calcite or orange kyanite helps with creativity. And the orange chakra, the sacral chakra, is our creative chakra. And I do feel a lot of the stones correlate back to the chakra and the auric field too. Not always, but often does.
Black moonstone is ultra protective. Thank you, Annie, for sharing that, because I would have been looking that up later on. And thank you for sharing about the orange kyanite too. The only kyanite I have is blue, and so I need to venture out a little bit more, because there is all different colors, and I've got the blue, and I know blue kyanite, I'm not sure if it's all kyanite, but I'm going to speak for the blue, that if you have crystals next to it, it clears them. There's their energy.
It's beautiful. So I just wanted to talk about a couple of stones that I have here, and they're easy to find and well known. And the first one I wanted to talk about is if I can do this. Yeah. No, I can't. There, it'll do that.
While you're doing that,
it's the clear quartz. And the clear quartz amplifies intentions. It amplifies almost everything that it's around. And it amplifies thoughts and the energy of other crystals. It enhances clarity of focus and spiritual connection. These are the stones that I carry every day. I hold them in my hand every day when I'm doing my readings. And this is just a specimen that I wanted to, it has little fingerprints all over it now because I have lotion on my hands. But this is just a really beautiful specimen that I wanted to bring out and show everybody. And remember, Kelly, we were getting into the windows. This one has a little window
yes.
here.
Yes. That's gorgeous.
It acts as an energetic magnifier for manifestation work. So if you only have a clear quartz and you only hold on to this clear quartz while you're stating your intentions, it is an energetic magnifier. It really is an amazing, beautiful stone, so universal. And you can ask for any stone you can ask your crystal, your clear crystal, to take on the properties of any stone. You can take on the properties of this what is it, citrine, and whatever it is that you want it to take on. Even if you don't have the citrine next to it, you can call in the energy of citrine and ask for your clear quartz to act as a citrine. And so that is the clear quartz, and it is like a superpower, a super manifester. And it's important because when you do our crystal grids, which was either the last show or the show before, we always have the generator in the center as a clear quartz. That's what I do anyway. You can have any generator, but I always have the clear quartz. How it helps manifestation is it helps you to clearly define your intentions, or helps to clearly define what it is that you truly do intend. It helps to define that. Strengthens your belief and alignment with your desired outcome. It raises your vibration overall by clearing energetic blocks. I mean, it's so hard to believe. You're like, Gene, this is just a stone. People dig this up out of the ground. What do you mean it can do all those things for us? Energy is magnificent. Energy is everything. We are energy, and everything is energy. And when we learn to work with the natural remedies of Gaia, all of these come from the earth, and attune ourselves and learn about what the different qualities and remedies that each one has. It's a huge industry. It's a big business. People can heal, people can manifest, people can astral travel, people can do so much work for the energetic grid. I know that I think that Annie Bear was talking about that she had three different altars, one for the world, one for personal, and she had different ones. And you set them down, you set your intentions, and you let them work. Yep. Mm-hmm. And one for galactic. That's great. Oh my gosh. Annie Bear's got to join us one of these days and tell us, and we just want to show and tell.
Yes. Oh, I would love that. Yeah. Yeah, she gets excited for crystals like we do. I mean, it's just they're
I know.
Babies.
So this is next one I'm going to go over is the citrine, and I'm going to try and go over a little faster. And this is an actual sphere, and the only thing, I love them, but they're a bugger to keep from rolling off and breaking. But I have broken so many spheres. But I have a pink one, I have a citrine one, but I also have this little specimen. And the more that this one happens to be a double terminated citrine, you don't have to get one like this. You can get a citrine that looks like this. Like this is a raw, this is actually an amethyst, but like a stone, like a natural stone, raw, not tumbled, not polished, and things like that. And I love these clear ones, and I love to meditate with them. I love to journey inside of them, and I love for it to journey with me and come inside of me and show me um, lessons and experiences that I've yet to discover. It's a manifestation and confidence stone. It's strongly associated with abundance. And you heard Kelly speak of abundance with the citrine over and over again. Confidence, personal power. It energizes without being overwhelming. It's not, none of these, they're very, very subtle energies. It's really beautiful to work with. It supports a positive mindset and self-belief. And this is what Kelly said again. If you go back and listen to all of the ones that she mentioned, the citrine, all of these things are true with this citrine. And like I said, it does not have to be double terminated, does not have to be a very clear specimen, even though this one is. I was really picky until I found this one. For some reason, it's hard for me to find a citrine that I love. And how it can support your manifestation. It encourages confidence, motivation, and inspired action. You talked a lot about action with your citrine.
Yeah.
It helps release fear and doubt and scarcity, right? This is with the money and the job. You included the citrine. It's really, it's multi-purpose for a lot of the things in our life, and it aligns with joy and ease for manifesting. I mean, this is a small specimen, but it is a powerhouse for sure. And you see how excited I get, but that's just the crystals all around me. So I'm just going to move right along. I'm going to try and go. Do you have any questions? Should I stop or keep going?
No, keep going. I'm loving it.
So this next one, this is my finest specimen. This is amethyst, and it's high vibrational clarity stone. And a lot of psychics and mediums, they love purple, they love amethyst because it is the spirit stone. And this one is a natural geode. This is the natural, the way it comes. And so this one, and they call this one grape jelly. It's harder to find the darker ones. This one is also an amethyst, but here it looks very pink, but it's purple the way I can see it, but you can't see it as dark. This one's really dark. That's why I wanted to get it. But you see, it's a natural stone on the other side. And then I have a bigger one, but the bigger one's not very dark. So I think like there's quality and then there's quantity. Like this one is very big, but it's just not very dark, but it's beautiful, believe me. But somehow somebody didn't tell me can't have this. You shouldn't have this sitting in the sun. And I had this in that bay window for a little while, and it faded out a little bit. But you can see it's a natural stone, and it opens up just like that. But it's very, very magical. These do crumble, and they are sharp.
Yes.
They're hurting me holding on. But this is also an amethyst. It's a tumbled amethyst, right? You can get a pretty little one that you can fit in your bra. Or this one is not a tumbled one, but this is just a piece or a shard that fell off. And this is a little piece of amethyst. And no matter what no matter what piece of amethyst you have, they all have the very same properties to them. And then let me just continue. These are a couple of bracelets that I have. This is the, 10 millimeter. This is the 8 millimeter. And I love wearing these bracelets. And these are the dark, I like the darker ones. Be careful though. Some of them are dyed.
Yeah.
So amethyst naturally raises vibration and spiritual awareness, right? That's why all of us love purple so much. It calms mental chatter, you guys. Just find a piece, grab it, hold on to it, and emotional overwhelm. It calms you. And these are the things that I need, that I never knew I needed, that I never knew I was suffering from until I started hanging on to these. And I'm like, you know what? I'm clearer. I'm calmer. This is so helpful. It supports intuition and higher guidance. It truly, really does. Now, I don't use amethyst around me as much as I use the clear quartz and the labradorite, but it depends on you and what you feel you need around you the most. And how it supports manifestation, it helps us to align our intentions with the higher wisdom. It clears confusion and emotional resistance. I mean, just beautiful. It also encourages trust in the process and divine timing. And I'm holding these up because they're easy. And this, I don't know if, I think this is something else. So I'm just going to put this down. It looks a lot like it. Like when you do this, it might be
I think so.
amethyst.
I think it's amethyst.
Okay. But it's just a light colored.
Mm-hmm.
And I think some of these may be a little more on the dyed and the other ones were more natural. But amethyst is a really big one. It's really easy, and it's a popular one, I should say. And it's very easy to find, and it's easy to, maintain and hold on to. It's reasonably priced as well. So the next one I wanted to talk about is the rose quartz, and it is great for alignment and self-worth. Now, I have a big stone that I'm going to show you quick. This is a rose quartz. It looks white, but it's a rose quartz.
It's beautiful.
And this is a natural, and you can see like it can chip, it can fray and shed. I keep this on a pillow just so it doesn't chip or fray anymore. And I also have a polished one. Now this is a natural, and this one too looks white in the picture, but it's a rose quartz.
Yep, you can see the
You
paint.
can see it. It's a rose quartz.
Beautiful.
Thanks. And this one's really good for my palm. I was looking for palm ones because when you meditate, you don't want to think, you don't want it to scratch you or press or pinch you or anything. You want it very, very comfortable in your palm, and that's why I got this one. It was really nice. So rose quartz supports self-love, and it really, really, really does help in this. And we are so hard on ourselves, you guys. We blame ourselves for so many different things that we don't need to be putting extra pressure on ourselves. And self-love, worthiness, and emotional balance. It creates energetic safety around manifestation work. It helps to align the heart with our intention. And how it supports our manifestation. It strengthens belief that you deserve what you're manifesting. I mean, if y'all don't know anything, and I'm not selling anything, but if you did, these are really the simple, basic ones, really. It heals emotional blocks tied to fear and unworthiness, which is the same thing as what they just said. And it keeps manifestation heart-centered and aligned. I mean, just gorgeous. And I love this is a mini one. Let me see. I like the smaller stones. They're a little more comfortable. The bigger ones, like if you're writing or if you have your hand on the table, this one hurts a little bit, like it presses, but this one's much more comfortable to wear. It's very easy. You almost can't even tell it's on. But you can get whatever you feel, that you like. But I just love them. I just absolutely love each and every one. So they're the four. So it's clear, citrine, amethyst, and rose. And these are the ones that are, I think, a beautiful place to start with our manifestation. And as Kelly has described, there's many, many more that are just as wonderful.
There are, and the four that I picked, and I'll just give you just a quick rundown. Green aventurine. I think this is green aventurine. This is for luck, opportunities, and it helps draw in new opportunities. It opens doors. It helps with career growth, new beginnings, and expansion. And then I picked pyrite, and I have a small piece of pyrite, but I couldn't find it. But for anybody that isn't familiar with it, it looks like fool's gold. And that is great for confidence, and it's a huge manifester. So it encourages you to have courage and motivation, and to place on your desk or altar or where you want to set your intentions because it helps manifest them even quicker. Selenite. Selenite, it's kind of like citrine. I mean, I think selenite is in citrine and amethyst. And a lot of them, are the kind of the common stones, which is kind of nice where people probably already have them. But selenite is, they said it's just to clean a slate. I mean, if you just want to clean your energy, your crystal's energy, it's for energy clearing. It clears stagnant energy. It supports a fresh new start. And it helps to reset your energy field and cleanse other crystals. And my fourth one is moonstone. And I just have the ring there. And this helps increase our intuition. It helps bring in new beginnings. And it helps for transitions and emotional, that's beautiful, emotional renewal. Oh, I love that. They look like they go together, don't they?
I think you need to ship me your ring. No, I'm kidding.
I was like the same thing.
I need to wear this. I need to just put a simple black cord or put any any necklace that you have and just put it on there. But I've yet to do it. I like setting it here. It's a beautiful, beautiful specimen.
So gorgeous.
Isn't it? And I'm very picky about, I mean, I used to just pick, not just, but I used to pick up a lot of things. And then when I got home, I was like, well, I didn't realize that, or I didn't realize this. And now when I go, I'm really very choosy. And I know like, this is something that I really, really loved. And you pay up a little bit, but still it's a beautiful one.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I think it's with anything, as with age, with wisdom, and it just we'll start out with oh yeah, that looks good, and then it's like, no, I want a clear quality stone, or I want that vibration.
This is the moonstone, just like Kelly's ring. Garnet was asking what stone. This is moonstone, and Kelly's ring. You can put that up and it'll match. It's the same stone as Kelly's ring. Yep. Mm-hmm.
They do. They match. That is just crazy, Jean.
Their settings, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, I start people just have a few questions on crystals. I start them. Yeah. But I don't. Should we end with you have was like a meditation almost, right?
It was just a suggestion for a little ceremony or a little intention, a little way to go through the intention. I'll try and go through it quickly, or let's do the questions and then we'll do the intention.
Do the questions, and then because I would love I want to hear about that. Flower Beauty, I'm feeling a little disheartened and depressed lately. Please you from my guides. We're not doing readings today, but the crystals that I could I talked about earlier that might help you out. I suggested, if somebody was really wanting to find that inner happiness, that joy, if a person's feeling depressed, citrine would be really good for you because it helps with joy and optimism. Sunstone for uplifting and positive energy, and rose quartz for loving on yourself, and it just brings in a sweetness of energy, and carnelian for vitality and life force. So I hope I wanted to give those recommendations to you, Flower Beauty. Does size matter? No, it does not. It does not matter. It can be the smallest to the biggest. It's whatever you're drawn to. Is it true if you rub quartz together, it emits a spark of light? That I'm not sure of. Do you know, Jean?
I don't know.
And I'd be afraid to try because I would be afraid of chipping them. But my curiosity is up on that garnet. You try it and let us know. Black kyanite, I love to use brushing it through the aura. It picks up all the gunk that gets stuck, and I find it
Wow.
tickles. Oh, I love that.
Fogo Pogo, you got to be here with us. We got to have like a crystal party and have everybody that loves all these.
Ooh,
Let's have like up to 10.
that would be fun. Lisa Davies, in May 2024, the beginning of my awakening, I went to my first crystal shop to buy my 12-year-old granddaughter a birthday present. As the owner was explaining what each crystal it helped, I started to cry. Oh, that is so beautiful. Then you know you were definitely connected to them, and that this is your jam.
Wow. It's amazing.
Question. Some tuning fork sets allow for crystals to be attached to the tips. What do you think of these? I have not seen them, but I kind of like it. Have you heard of them? Have you seen them?
I have not. No.
But you know what comes to my mind when I'm reading this is your crystal wand. I cannot get that out of my head. That is like the most beautiful crystal wand I've ever seen. But Mary, I like it. I mean, I have tons of tuning forks and none of mine have crystals on them, but if they did, I think it would just be a bonus. You know, I'm gonna look into that.
Amplification of the frequency and the hertz, and it would come from a healing source of nature. You know, there's, I think I if I didn't say this earlier, everything that ails a human being, there's a plant or a remedy, some sort of remedy that is grown or from the earth that is there to heal us. And you know, I mean, just crystals itself and the sound of the tuning forks, the natural sound. There's so much out there, you guys. It's so amazing. I get so charged up.
I do too.
But I'm going to have to pace myself.
And I appreciate these questions and ideas because you know I didn't so I'm going to be looking into that. My next tuning fork I think is going to have a crystal because
So Fogo says it's an end that you can screw on. I've seen the little balls on the end, the colors of the chakras, but I never saw the crystal. She said it's something on the end of the tuning fork that you can screw on with it.
she found hers on Etsy.
Two more up.
Oh, here, right here. It's an end that you can screw on and great for grounding during sessions, both with the crystal and the vibration. I love that. I love that you have one. I have the Earth Star chakra and the red jasper point. Ooh, that sounds beautiful.
Are you a healer, Fogo Pogo? If I had a free place to do the healing, I would be there all the time doing my magic. I would be so doing it. But to pay the rent for these places and the energy that it would take from me, but no, I would be energized. I would do it more often.
She does Reiki, and actually, she's going to be starting to teach Reiki.
Wow,
I think real soon. What are your thoughts about astrology and crystals, or should crystals be based on element fire, water, earth, and space? That is a great question. I personally think both. I mean, I think a person can correlate them into both. What do you think, Jean?
Yep. I think we're all made of the stars and the stardust and moon dust, and all of the planets are made of the same carbon and something else. There's different elements that we're all made of the same thing. And that I think I don't know, but I heard that we're made of 97% stardust or something. I don't know. Tell me I'm weird. I've heard something like that we're made of the stars. The same thing that makes the
Mhm.
stars and the moon and the sky is the same thing that makes the earth and all of us, because we eat from the earth. I mean, everybody knows that this human container is a piece, is part of the earth. We're part of the earth. This is our earthly being. This is our earthly vessel, and that we need to eat and replenish the earth. That's why when you eat things out of a box or a bag, you feel depleted. You have to eat things that are natural, that come from the earth, and that will fortify us and restore us and nurture us. And yeah, so in that respect, the crystals are of the earth. No, we can't eat them, but you can. There are crystals that you can put in water. Don't you? Didn't you say you had some of those? Didn't you say you had a bottle of water, or a water
I
bottle that has?
I don't, but I have seen them. I've been wanting to purchase one, but I haven't. But you can, I mean, as long as there's no toxic, because there, I think, oh, what's the crystal I'm thinking of? Um, Malachite. That's highly toxic. I mean, you wouldn't want to put that in your water, but I mean, if you had a few gemstones of rose quartz, you could put in there. You just got to be careful you don't drink them, but you can literally put them in your water.
There's a basket that you
Yeah.
put them in, and then they not filter the water, but they charge the water.
Mhm.
I should
Yeah.
probably start doing that, because I would benefit. Yeah,
Yeah.
some crystals dissolve in water. That's right, Garnet.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And like selenite, you wouldn't want to put that in
You have to
water.
know. You have to know which
Malachite,
ones are best. Mhm.
tourmaline, you wouldn't want to do those. Well, we are we we have time. I want to hear what you have for us.
Okay, so this is just really quick, everybody. If you want to just take a minute and sit up straight and take a nice cleansing breath in, just slow breath in and exhale through the nose, or in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. And allow your energy to settle into the body. I want you to I invite you to bring your awareness to your heart space, to invite compassion, presence, and healthy boundaries. You are here to hold space without absorbing energy. And just feel the heart space. Next, we are moving into setting intention. Silently set one clear intention for this session. Let it be simple, grounded, and aligned with your highest good. Next, we're moving into confidence and activation. Bring awareness to your solar plexus, which is approximately 2 fingers width above your belly button. Feel confidence, clarity, and trust in what comes through. Your intuition is welcome and supported here. Our energy is now aligned, grounded, and clear. This space is open for learning, healing, and insight. And all of these, we can use the clear quartz, amethyst, rose quartz, and citrine, and or a representation of all of these may be set around us, nearby, or within our own intention when we go through this exercise. You can see it's about intention. It's about focus. It's about coming into the center of who we are and relaxing and putting any of the laundry or the dinner or whatever it is that we're thinking of out of our minds and have a clear focus of intention. And that's all it takes, just a moment. And you start with that breath. You allow for the grounding. You allow to connect to your heart. You allow to connect to the intention that you're setting. And you want to activate it through your solar plexus and then say it is so and release it. It is just that simple. And that's just a small example of what we can do in order to connect using crystals and set our intentions using crystals.
That was beautiful, Jean.
Thank you.
Absolutely beautiful. What a beautiful way to end the show, and to be able to have that now. I mean, people can go back and re-listen to it and use that to help set their intentions. I thank you so much. I mean, it's always so much fun, and the time goes by so fast. I mean, when a person's talking about stuff that excites you and just brings so much joy, the time just flies by so fast. And so I look forward to our time together, and I appreciate your time here, and everybody in chat. Thank you so very much for joining us and sharing your time and your ideas and your tips with us too. And Jean and I will be back again soon. And everybody take care and love on one another, and have fun with your crystals. Manifest big. Nothing too big, too small. Until next time.
Absolutely.
Thanks
Thank you,
again.
Kelly. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.